Greetings ladies and gents, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alex here, and I know it has been a while because I have a lot of comments stipulating, Alex, where are you? Why aren't you doing your normal videos? And I'm here to do my normal videos. Well, I've been quite busy lately with some things going on in my life. There's some life changes I'm going through. The focus for today's video is, of course, rosters. What is new in my flying life? In the life of a cabin crew working for Etihad Airways, the Etihad roster reveal. And first of all, I have to tell you that the roster for last month was quite busy. I had 5 turnarounds last month. I was tired most of the time. I started the month of August with a few days off, and then off I went to Vienna from standby, which was a pleasant surprise. But after that Vienna, they gave me a Karachi flight. So the Vienna, of course, 787-10, and then the Karachi, it was a smaller Airbus A320. As you guys know, nowadays Etihad deploys the Airbus A320s Neo. The Neo planes, very fuel efficient, some of them more crew friendly than others, but still a aircraft that is the backbone of the fleet, the Airbus A320, making possible those short sectors between Abu Dhabi and the Indian subcontinent, and as well the Arabic countries nearby. It makes those flights feasible and possible, and it's a great feeder into the network of Asia, into the network of US, into the network of Europe. That's why those small planes are crucial for the Etihad fleet, right? Now, after that Karachi, I had the Jeddah flight as well on the Airbus A321, and then a few days off, namely 3 days off. Plenty of time to rejuvenate after those busy days of flight. Oftentimes I get this question, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer turnarounds or do you prefer layovers? Obviously layovers. Why is that? Let's say you fly a 7-hour flight and then you have 1 day or maybe 2 days in a special destination. And you know, you can enjoy the destination. You can go out, you can be in the hotel, you can do whatever you want. I go to the gym sometimes, I explore the city, I walk by, I try to get enough sleep, right? So yeah, it's important to enjoy this job, and you enjoy it more with those layovers, that's for sure. That is for sure. Now, after those days off, I had the small multi-sector. That means Doha combined with Kolkata. Abu Dhabi to Doha on the Airbus A320, coming back to Abu Dhabi, and then Abu Dhabi to Kolkata, and then having a layover in Kolkata. And I'll tell you the truth, it sounds pretty busy, it sounds pretty bad because you have 3 sectors in 1 day, but it is not that bad because at the end of the night, you have a layover in Kolkata, which, you know, it's pretty interesting. It's a good city to be in. Discovering India, let's say, and they always provide us with amazing hotels when we are in Indian layovers. So yeah, I cannot complain about Indian layovers at all. You have a lot of amenities in those hotels and they're just amazing. Now, after that couple of days off, and then I was off to Amman. Now, Amman used to be a layover for the past months, but now it is back at being a turnaround. So I didn't catch the layover, unfortunately. I never visited Amman, Jordan, but hopefully in the future I will be able to visit it because, you know, we have Petra nearby. It's just an amazing experience for people traveling. They all want to see Amman and Petra. So next time for me. Anyways, this Amman was on the 320 and the load was quite light, which means the workload for us cabin crew was quite light as well. And sometimes we do really appreciate that. It's like a break. It's like having a break at work. If the load is not full, then you have presumably less work to do on board. So it's pretty cool. Sometimes you need those kind of flights. After that, of course, I'm off to London. London, one of the staples in my roster. I had 2 Londons, one after the other, with 1 day between, and they were both on the A380. And as I told you guys before, this is a pretty busy month already. But there's some more. There's 1 more Karachi and 1 more London afterwards. So how many flights are this a month? It's quite a busy month. 5 turnarounds and 5 layovers in a month total. That was my month of August, ladies and gents, and I would consider that to be quite busy. It was a busy month. I was tired most of the month, I believe, but we made it through, and overall I cannot really complain. I had Vienna from standby, which is pretty cool. But now we're going to the next month, the month of September. This is what we're about. It is September right now, and although this video is delayed, I still wanted to make it happen. So here we are, the roster reveal for the month of September. Where will this cabin crew go in this special month? And I'll tell you right off the bat, I have leave, I have vacation during this month of September. I do need a break from flying. My last vacation was in February and March, kind of. So it's been a while since my last vacation. And obviously the months are busy now. The rosters are busy, and you know, it's a very important period of time for Etihad. We are all aware of that. As the company is growing, it needs all the strength and power of its cabin crew and its fleet to be able to do those flights and to grow. 2 new destinations have been announced recently. Etihad will fly in the year of 2025 to Warsaw, Poland, and to Prague, Czech Republic, which is absolutely amazing because Prague is actually one of my favorite cities. I visited Prague when I was, I believe, 18 years old, and I never forgot that city. Anyways, we are deviating from the subject right now. As I told you, Etihad is growing, and that's one of the reasons we have busy rosters right now. And the month of September, starting the month, it is a Washington layover, 28-hour layover on the 787-9, the new configuration in Etihad, which has 32 seats in business class in a fishbone configuration. So I did that flight, and it was a lovely flight, good timings as well, good timings from the guests to eat. Oftentimes it is difficult to do those ultra long haul flights because of certain timings of meals for passengers. You know, some flights it might be day all the time. Why it might be day all the time? Because of the different time zones you are passing from Abu Dhabi going to USA. A lot of time zones, and you might look out the window and it's not night yet, it's still daytime. What does that mean? It's gonna be a busy flight. So this flight, Washington, was quite alright. It is a 14 hours flight, maybe 13:45 indeed, and 787-9, which is very crew friendly. Most of us cabin crew, we like this aircraft, the 787 Boeing. Not to be confused with a 737. We don't really, I don't know what to say about that plane. Anyways, after Washington, here comes a Delhi flight. Delhi, India turnaround, but on the 777, the massive plane that we have, the Boeing 777. Quite a bit older in our fleet, but it's a workhorse of a plane. It does its job properly. And personally, in business class, I do like flying it. It was a night flight, and most of the passengers in business class actually wanted to sleep instead of eating. So again, the workload on the flight itself is not that high for the cabin crew. It really depends on the flights themselves, the timings, and the passenger loads, how much a cabin crew will work on a certain flight. Now, after this Delhi, I just did it. It was a sort of a recurrent training, but not really recurrent. We had something called a refresher, a service refresher training. Now, this is done this year for all the cabin crew, no matter the ranks. And why do we do this service refresher training? It is to refresh our selves and our memory about how the service standards are held in business class and economy. Like, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to serve, I don't know, this mocktail? What's the contents and how many things you can put inside a mocktail? What are the service standards in regards to, I don't know, putting the baby bassinet, when you should do it? Like all those kind of small things. We just had a test about it, and we had a few things to learn throughout the day, a few changes that Etihad brings. So all in all, it was a good day, a bit of a long day, but we had a positive positive experience. We met some of our colleagues and we had fun, let's say. Much better than a recurrent day, which can be tedious at times. Now, right now I am in vacation because after this service refresher, I have 7 days of vacation in my roster with extra 1 day off, let's say 8 days total. I have some things to solve here in Abu Dhabi, so I'm staying in Abu Dhabi on this one. I am able to rest in those days and not travel. So traveling oftentimes, it can take a toll on your body. It's good to have some days to relax, to rejuvenate. I mean, I'm going to wake up at the same time, go to sleep at the same time, have a bit of a biological rhythm throughout those days. And thus I am able to function properly and return back to work with fresh energy. This is something that people need to learn while taking this cabin crew job, because you have to pace yourself and you have to be smart about it. If you're not smart about this job, you will not last long. You have to think about your fatigue levels, how you can manage them, and not party the whole night and come back at 7 in the morning and then not sleep and then all of those things. You have to think about it if you want to resist a long time in this job. So yeah, that's what I'm using this time for, to rejuvenate, to relax, and maybe to make some more of those YouTube videos. Hopefully the upcoming days will be more of those videos. I am planning to do another Q&A since a lot of you guys are asking me different questions all over my YouTube channel. So let's see if that can happen. Now, after this vacation will be finished, I'm starting again from Monday, middle of the month, Maldives layover, ladies and gents. We're going to Maldives, and I haven't been to Maldives since quite a while. It is great that right now we have a 1 day layover, I believe 27-hour layover in Maldives. Indeed, 26 and 50 minutes. It's plenty of time to visit maybe one of the islands and to really enjoy Maldives as a 1 day all-inclusive kind of thing. Last time we had a 12-hour layover, so it was not enough time to really enjoy what Maldives has to offer. It is one of my favorite destinations, and the reason why is just the water is turquoise. It's beautiful. It's better than in the pictures. If you go to Maldives, to one of those nice islands, it's just... This is why you have to appreciate the job as the cabin crew, because having a true, real vacation in Maldives, it is super costly. Those places are very costly, the flights and also the accommodations. So being able to go to Maldives just like this as part of a cabin crew team is awesome. For all of you guys that want to have this job, this is one of the things you have to look forward to, the traveling part, discovering new places, and kind of a dreamy place like Maldives, right? After my Maldives flight, I will have a company promotion again in India, Bombay or Mumbai, one of those two options, right? Either or. I have a Mumbai layover. It'll be 2 days, and I will be there because there is some events happening. We're going to put the Airbus A380 on a Mumbai route. So Abu Dhabi to Mumbai and back will be served by the Airbus A380 for a certain period of time. So there's a few things going to come up soon. I'm going to inform you more on my YouTube channel about them. But very exciting, right? India, big connection for Etihad. Some days off, 1 day of standby, one Jeddah flight. I believe it's going to be on the 777, if I'm not mistaken. Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, a big, important destination for the Etihad network. And after that, I will have a meeting. Is it a meeting in my roster? Indeed, it is. And it is about company promotion, probably around a discussion about Formula One for this year. I believe this year Formula One will be in December, not November. We are ending the month with a Karachi turnaround because there's always one Pakistan turnaround in my roster. I cannot live without that turnaround. And then a London to end the month. London, of course, on the Airbus A380, ladies and gents. Do you know what's interesting about those London flights? Because yeah, they're quite common in my roster. we get to really know the crew, because there's designated crew that fly the 380 often, designated crew trained for the 380. So we get to kind of know each other and form our own community, let's say, and we always like, yeah, it's nice to fly with you. You always know how everybody else works.
1, 2, and 3. Whoa. Let's go. Yes.
In this way, you can have quite a smooth flight, let's say. It's like a community, as I said. So yeah, I do like London flights. Some of them more than others, depends on the timings as well. Some of them are early morning flights, like 6 a.m. and that's hard to deal with. Is this one a 6 a.m. flight? Oh, it's a 2 a.m. Okay, so it's night flight. Presumably you sleep beforehand and you are freshened up for this night flight, because the service itself is easy. Night flight, business class, passengers, so they want to sleep. But otherwise it can be quite challenging. Anyway, I don't mind those 380 flights. Looking forward to the rest of the month. We are now in the middle of September. So I just made my way through those 2 months of roster reveal. Of course, it's been a while since the last roster reveal video, and that's why I kind of wanted to share with you those last 2 months and how it's been going. I've been a bit off the track with YouTube, and I know I shouldn't be. I know I should push it a bit more, but again, I'm doing some studying in my off days. I have to study for some things, and on my personal life as well, I'm quite busy. But I will try my best in the following period. Inshallah, as we say here, guys. Please let me know if you have any questions about the cabin crew life. I think I will do a Q&A in the following video, and I may include some of the questions that you post down below on this particular video. So if you lasted this far in this video, I really appreciate you. Guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff that helps the algorithm. You lasted so far at the end of this video. Congratulations and thank you for watching. See you next time.